crashing out is a normal part of life. I mean, we all crash out from time to time. But rappers, they take crashing out to a whole nother level.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Oh, stop! Come on, don't watch me. Watch
These are rappers having some of the craziest crash outs. Starting with a man whose crash out was so bad, even the Joker would be scared. In 2001, Diddy introduced his then girlfriend Cassie to Kid Cudi. The purpose of their relationship was for Cudi to help her with her music, but Cudi did more than help her with his singing. He also helped her under the sheets, if you know what I mean. The affair did not last long though, as Diddy soon found out about it, and he was pissed.
What I'm hearing is that she was having an affair with Kid Cudi. When he went through the phone, he called the number and Kid Cudi picked up. And he was like, what? I don't know exactly what he said. I know that he went over to his house.
Now, when most guys get cheated on, they usually dump the girl and then move on to another 10 out of 10 just to get back at her, right? But now when it comes to Diddy, you see, Diddy is a special type of freak. He allegedly got one of his boys to blow up Kid Cudi's car as retaliation. During that year, the Los Angeles Fire Department were called over to respond to a fire after an unknown suspect threw a Molotov cocktail at a convertible Porsche, with the Porsche in question belonging to Kid Cudi. But I know what you're thinking. How on earth could we know that it was Diddy who actually did it? I mean, Los Angeles is a big city. Anybody could have done it. Well, listen, we definitely know it was him. You see, when most people commit arson, they usually like to keep it to themselves. But not Sir Diddler, because he made sure that Cudi knew exactly who it was. He specifically instructed the person to blow up his car while he and his friends were home, so that Cudi could get a front row seat to his car being blown up. So because of this, Cudi has now been scarred for life. So much so that when he was called over to testify against Diddy in court, he described Diddy as a Marvel supervillain, a title which he definitely deserves. But Diddy isn't the only rapper who likes to destroy cars, as the next crash out on our list involves an entire G-Wagon getting shot up. About a month ago, Rod Wave was arrested on 14 charges due to a dispute he had with his girlfriend. It turns out that the previous day while he was out of the house, he got robbed, with goons eventually emptying out his safe. This on its own is a valuable reason to crash out. I mean, imagine if your valuable possessions were just stolen like that. Anybody would freak out. But that's not what caused his crash out. The next day, while assessing the situation with his girlfriend Minnie Barbie, they got into a huge fight. Now, it's unclear what the fight was about, but whatever it was, she made him very mad. I'm sure she probably said something like,
"If your ass wasn't so fat, nigga, you would've chased them boys out my house before they stole my earrings, Rodarius,"
or something like that. But whatever she said, it was really bad, because he finally snapped. All those years of bottling up his emotions and wearing his heart on his sleeve were over, because Rod unleashed his savage mode. During their argument, he got a Glock 20 and shot up her G-Wagon not once, not twice, but 14 times. And I personally felt attacked after hearing this, because my favorite car in the whole wide world is a G-Wagon, so I was devastated when I heard the news. Now, I don't know what he was going through, but did he really have to take out his pain on the car? I mean, couldn't he have just shot her instead? Okay, no, I don't mean it like that. All I'm trying to say is, he could have taken out his anger in so many other different ways. He could have either gone for a walk or just punched a punching bag. And judging by his weight, it would probably do him some good.
What do you mean by that?
And before you cancel me, I'm not trying to fat shame him. Now, obviously, Rod Wave is Rod Wave, and unlike me, destroying one G-Wagon isn't gonna do much to his bank account, seeing as how the man has enough money to buy an entire dealership. And his money would be on full display, as not so long after the incident, he would be arrested, but that didn't matter as he quickly paid a $50,000 bond like it was nothing. And I'm sure the first thing he probably did after leaving the police station was head over to a dealership and buy a new G-Wagon just to spite all the haters like myself.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
So it's safe to say that he probably never learned his lesson, so if he gets mad again, be sure to keep your G-Wagons away from this man. But while Rod Wave never faced any major consequences for his crash out, the next rapper on our list definitely did. In 2015, Silento took over the world with his hit song, Watch Me Nene. And to say the song was a hit would be an understatement. Everybody and their grandmothers knew the words to the song. I mean, it got so popular that it was even making it to the local news. The song was so big, in fact, that Silento was outraged when he wasn't even nominated for a Grammy. All in all, Watch Me was a great song, but there was one problem. The song only became popular because of a dance trend. People around the world didn't actually like his music, they just liked his personality and his dance, and as you've seen by Ice Spice, dancing alone cannot sustain a career. So if he wasn't gonna come up with more trends, the industry was gonna spit him out like an old piece of gum. And that's exactly what happened. His first album, Fresh Outta High School, did so bad that its sales were never made public, and every other single he made after this were completely ignored by the public. For Silento, this was a rude awakening. He went from being a superstar that the whole world loved to a dude that nobody even knew the name of. I mean, just last week I played a song in front of my little brother, and he was wondering who on earth was I listening to.
Watch you do, watch me, woo, watch me, woo, watch me, nene.
This rejection from his fan base affected his mental health horribly, so he turned to drugs. Drugs weren't a new thing for Silento, as he's been exposed to them since the day he was born.
I was born with weed, coke, heroin, pills, all type of drugs in my system. I saw family members talking to walls. I watched family members fight. I watched family members try to kill each other. Nobody should have to fight.
But by far his biggest battle was gonna be with himself. In 2019, during an appearance on The Doctors, Silento talked about how he used to take ADHD medicine to cope with his traumatizing childhood. And in 2020, he was later diagnosed with bipolar disorder. His mental health would get so bad that he would eventually get arrested for his girlfriend. And if he wasn't hurting others, he was trying to hurt himself. As in that same year, he tried to end his own life, but obviously he failed. Come 2021 though, his life would officially be over, as well as his cousin's. Around 3 a.m., Silento and his cousin, a man named Frederick Brooks, got into a heated argument that finally made Silento snap. After years of torment, Silento finally released all his anger in a crash out so bad, it makes Diddy sound like an angel. He grabbed his pole and blicked his cousin directly in the face multiple times. Silento was later arrested the next week, and there was no doubt in anyone's mind that he actually did it. Even his own defense team didn't deny it. That's why their only defense was that he probably wasn't in his right mind when he did it. But obviously that didn't work in court, so he later decided to plead guilty, and the judge sentenced him to 30 years in prison. So it's safe to say that we will not be seeing this man for a very long time. But I cannot leave you on such a sad note, so to wrap it all off, why don't we look at Crashouts that don't involve people getting smoked. Starting with Cudi B. During one of her performances, Cudi B was feeling a little bit hot, so she asked the crowd to throw some water on her.
Some water here, bitch, 'cause I'm hot. Hey, give me some water. Wait, let me water here, bitch.
I guess she forgot her own words because after one of her fans did exactly as they were told, she got angry and crashed out by throwing a mic directly at her face. But Cudi B isn't the only rapper with good mic skills, as Curtis Jackson has the same accolades. Because for no reason and no reason at all, 50 Cent decided to throw a mic at one of his fans attending his concert. The mic would land on the woman's head, injuring her badly in the process, so she decided to sue him. But according to 50 Cent's defense team, the only reason he threw the mic is because it wasn't working. Yeah, that was his excuse. But I'm actually shocked that he met his target, because the last time I checked, bro couldn't throw to save his own life.
And his first pitch was not great. Just a bit outside.
But if you want to see more videos about 50 Cent assaulting people, why don't you check out this video on your screen right now.